I'm 24, unemployed, and I feel lost. The reason why I'm making this video is because I wanted to put out there my current situation, how it makes me feel and what I wish someone had told me at 19 and needed to hear again at 24. Hoping that anyone going through the same situation might find some comfort in knowing that they are not the only ones. But first, let me tell you a little bit about myself. Growing up, I never had someone to tell me that it's okay to feel lost, that you don't always have to know what step to take next. I had to learn this myself the hard way. And what made it even harder for me was the fact that I decided to move to a different country when I was 19. For some of you, it might not sound that crazy, but for me, it's been the biggest decision of my life so far. Because I wasn't going on a paid vacation or a student exchange. No, I was a kid with big dreams whose only two previous jobs were pizza delivery and helping a friend of mine paint houses once in a while. All I had was a decent level of English, since Spanish is my native language, 800 Canadian dollars, which is about 570 US, my luggage with all my belongings, and my mother's blessing, which I have to say, I wouldn't be here without my mother's support. Thank you, Mom. But anyways, I was coming from a small town, barely graduated high school, no money, and close to no experience. Thankfully, I had two friends of mine who were already in Canada waiting for me to start our new adventure. At first, I worked any job I could get. After a few months, I found a job that I like, and the money was enough to pay for all my bills and be able to start my savings. That was a great relief since on my first few months, I was sleeping on the ground and had to skip meals because I couldn't afford it. Now, almost 4 years after, I recently quit my job and started going to college in the afternoon, thinking that I was finally figuring life out, but oh boy was I mistaken. Depression or loneliness? Neither. It's solitude. When life finally felt easy again, something I wasn't expecting happened out of the blue. I started to feel lost. I don't know what to do next. And not just job related. I don't know what I want to do with my life. I only have a couple friends, no girlfriend, and my family lives far away. So I thought, maybe I'm just feeling lonely, and proceeded to spend months trying to fix myself. Going out more, forcing small talk, downloading dating apps, trying to touch grass as people say now, and quickly realized I actually love being alone. No drama, no masks, no performing for people who don't really care. And recently, I've been seeing on social media all this talk about the male loneliness epidemic, the decline of birth rates, and less people wanting to engage in marriage, which made me think maybe I'm not the problem. Maybe it's just the way things are nowadays. And that's part of the reason why I'm making this video, to see how it feels saying it out loud. Because when I see happy couples or people having a good time on the street, I feel left out, like everyone's having a party I wasn't invited to. Now that I'm about to turn 24 and I'm nowhere near I thought I would be when I was 19, I think to myself, when did it all become so difficult? Did I do something wrong? Did I make the wrong choices? Or maybe I'm just overthinking everything. And I think the answer to all my doubts is the same. To live in the present. There is a Japanese saying, Ima wa ima, kondo wa kondo, which translates to now is now, next time is next time, which helped me understand the simplicity of life. Expectations and comparison are what kills joy in the present. The what if I had taken that job? What if I had stayed in my country? What if I was born rich? What if I was more outgoing, more disciplined, more normal? Every what if is you arguing with reality, and you lose every time. You are creating expectations or comparing your life to someone else's. And no matter how wealthy, famous, or skilled you are, there's always going to be someone having a better life. You need to focus on what you have and how to make the best out of it. There's something you don't like? Change it, but remind yourself to enjoy the process. You can't change it? Learn to live with it, and don't let it take the goodness away. Marcus Aurelius said something like this: waste no more time arguing what a good man should be one. And I think you can apply this to lifestyle too. You could spend hours picturing how your perfect life will be, how big you want your house, how many countries you want to visit, the color of your dream car, and how the person next to you should look like. But in reality, are you willing to do what it takes to have that lifestyle? Is that truly what you want? For example, I always admired Elon Musk, and I thought I wanted to be like him. But after being a business owner for my first time and realizing how much work and time I have to put in order to make billions or even millions, I quickly realized that maybe that's not the lifestyle I want. I enjoy having slow mornings and quiet nights, even if that means not making as much money as I once thought I would. See what I'm trying to say? A lot of the times we think we want something, but in reality, we just want how it looks, or how other people would perceive us if we had it. Which brings me to the last topic of this video. Love, a treacherous feeling, or the meaning of life itself. I think love is the most important thing in your life, because love translates into who you spend your time with and your perception of yourself. I just don't see anyone having a life without love. Not only with a partner, but with friends and family. It can also be related to work if you like what you do. It took me a while to come to this realization, since love has been hard for me throughout all my life. Divorced parents, distant brother, and a failed relationship with who I thought was the love of my life. All this combined with the struggles of life made me feel like love wasn't worth it. Why get involved in something I know it's gonna hurt in the end? But the truth is, the capacity to be destroyed by love is the same capacity to be endlessly fascinated by life. If you block the pain, you block the beauty too. The fact that you never know when it's going to end, whether it be a tragic accident, a fatal disease, or the simple decision of someone to slowly drift away. But so will everything. Everything ends. That's what makes it precious. The day you stop fearing loss, you start living. So, don't close your heart because it's been broken. Hearts are made to be broken. That's how the light gets in. Rejection and heartbreaks can make everything feel more difficult. And if, like me, you fall into a social media trend like the villain arc or the alpha male, you can think that maybe avoiding love is for the best. That love makes you weak and vulnerable. Suddenly, you find yourself doing something that normally you wouldn't do. But because someone you love asks, you do it anyways. Or talking to a loved one about your biggest fears, your biggest dreams, and how all that makes you feel. And it is hard. It's hard to be weak. It's hard to be vulnerable. But that doesn't mean it should be avoided. On the contrary, it is a reminder that no one is perfect. That no matter how tough you think you are, you're a human being like everyone else. So if you're feeling behind, lost, alone, confused, good. That means you're alive. That means you haven't settled for a life you don't want. You're exactly where you need to be. The only wrong move is staying stuck because you're waiting for certainty. Certainty is a lie. So take the trip, quit the job, say yes to the date, say no to the safe bet. Because now is now, and this messy, uncertain, sometimes terrifying now, is your life. So don't waste it thinking it's supposed to be something else. If this hits you, let me know in the comments. I read them all. And if you know someone who needs this reminder, please send it to them. I'll probably still feel lost tomorrow, but tonight I'm okay. And maybe you can be too. Thank you for watching.